Good morning everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Thank you to everybody joining in, and thank you to everybody who's going to share this feed so that we can reach other people. Here's Mr. Shiloh. Woo! Woo! Hi Shiloh. Well, I'm not seeing any comments, so I hope that's not a thing. Let me know if you guys are here so I can see if everything's working correctly. So this is Shiloh. Oh, hey Laura. Good morning, Shannon. So Shiloh's just on top of his den. I don't want anybody thinking that this is his entire enclosure and it's the only space he has. That is not true. Here is his little sign. He has a huge cat-a-tat that goes all the way back there. He is just doing a whole lot of begging. Today is day 2 of our quarterly panicure treatment. Good morning, Sandra. Hi, Pat. Good morning. Hey, Shannon. Good morning, Kathy. Okay, I guess I am seeing some comments, but not very many. Good morning, Becky. So what panicure is, it's a 3-day dewormer, and they get it in a smaller breakfast, and so they really love to lay it on thick that they would like more breakfast. Good morning, Renee. Hi, Carrie Ann. So we only have one more day to get through. Hi, Mary. Hey, Deb. Good morning. And I wanted to hurry and do a live. I just got done feeding. Susan was my feeding buddy this morning, and I fed all of the interior big cats. But we're supposed to have like a decent rain chance here in the next half hour to an hour, so I did not want to miss out on at least showing you someone. I was hoping we would see Filmo, but he is back there. Oh, there's a beacher though. Morning, Cynthia. Good morning, Dawn. There's Beecher. Meow. Meow. Brandy, how do I resist the urge to pet them? It's very easy for me. Everybody here at Big Cat Rescue believes that these cats don't belong in cages. Hi, Sonia. And treating these animals like pets sends the wrong message. They would never ever allow you to touch them in the wild, so breeding them in cages and hand raising them and feeding them and making them rely on you just is disrespectful, and it's cruel, and it's also very dangerous. It's not very smart to try to touch and interact with these cats. You can see Mrs. Claus in the background. Beecher's a Savannah cat in front of me, and in the background is Mrs. Claus, a bobcat. And so we're an accredited sanctuary here at Big Cat Rescue, so we don't buy, sell, trade, breed, touch, or allow public contact to with any of the cats here. You know, it'd be very risky to stick your hand or arm into any of these cages, regardless of the size of the animal, because they have teeth and claws. And it's just a risk you would never want to take. So that's why we don't touch the cats. But trust me, you still form very deep bonds with these cats. Just because you're not petting them doesn't mean you don't love them and that they don't love you back. So, here's Beecher's sign. I feel like sometimes I don't show you guys the signs as much. And they have good information, or at least a little snippet as to why and how the cat got here. Good morning, Anne. Hey, Jessica. Good morning. You guys saw Gilligan yesterday. Hey, Val. Yesterday we were celebrating Gilligan's birthday. I'm on my way to go see today's birthday boy. Hi! Hey! Woo! Woo! So we have about 26 cats here on property that celebrate January 1st birthdays. And so we're spreading those out throughout the month and celebrating a different cat on Facebook and Instagram each day until we've celebrated all the cats. So today is Hutch Serval, so that's where we're headed. Gilligan chasing the wagon, hoping for second breakfast. Second breakfast with Gilligan. Melissa, I still don't have any direct updates on Pharaoh, so in my opinion, no news is good news. There's a Nabisco. We saw a little flash of Flint yesterday, but not a biscuit. This is Nabisco Bobcat. It's getting a little misty. I hope it doesn't start raining before we get to Hutch. What you doing, sir? Are you gonna chase? Are we gonna chase? Maybe. And we've been talking a lot about sponsorship kits, and I just want to thank all of you guys that have really stepped it up in the last few days. I can definitely see a lot of people renewing their sponsorships for cats they've already sponsored, as well as sponsoring new cats. And the reason I want to talk about sponsor kits right now is because Hutch, who is our birthday boy today, he had the least amount of sponsors last year. And that blows my mind because I've started to take it a little personal because I realize that if I'm not showing the cats all the time, then people don't learn about them and know them and fall in love with them, and then they don't sponsor them. And we have a lot of shy cats that don't always allow me to really show them or spend a lot of time where I just don't feel like it stresses them out. But I really am going to make it a goal this year to try to build some relationships with some of our shyest cats, just so that you guys can spend a little more time learning about them. Hi, Hutch. Hi, handsome. So today we're celebrating Hutch's 14th birthday. So if you guys want to sponsor Hutch, I would absolutely love that. He ended the year of 2020 with like one sponsor. And you can do that at bigcatrescue.biz. Right on the homepage, there's a spot for sponsor kits, and then you can click on the species and then on the cat. And I want to give a huge shout out to one of our regular supporters. She does not want to be named, so she'll be anonymous, but yesterday had such an amazing message stating that this supporter wanted to donate or wanted to sponsor every single cat on property at the $25 level. Actually, right out the gate in January, every single cat here now has at least one sponsor. I know many of you guys have been sponsoring, but I just thought that was such an incredible goal. Even if you can't do it all at once, having a goal to sponsor every single cat here is just amazing. I wish I could do that for sure. So thank you so much to that person. Hopefully that really kicks off the year. My personal goal is I want everyone, every single cat on property, to have as many sponsors as possible, and for it to be as equal as possible. So my bottom line goal is for each cat to have at least a dozen sponsors by the end of the year. So there's about 20 cats that all had under 15. So if everybody renews who they sponsored last year and then picks up some new ones this year, that would just be really incredible. So that's my own personal goal. But thank you so much to the person that sponsored every cat here at Big Cat Rescue. We just couldn't do the things we do here without you guys. So thank you very, very much. Hopefully that's inspiring to some of you. Sure was to me. Well, sir, you're hiding. You have to come all the way around. I'm gonna come all the way around just to watch you eat some grass. Eating grass on your birthday. yes, that is very, very special. So thank you guys. And thank you again to everybody who's been sponsoring. You can do that at bigcatrescue.biz. Other thing I want to mention, I didn't get a chance to look this morning because I came in and immediately did closing lockouts and then helped feed. But our first eBay auction of 2021 started yesterday. And I don't know if anyone has bid yet. I know that Howard really didn't want to part with that top hat unless the goal for it was set pretty high and would bring in a lot of revenue for the cats, because he really does love that hat. It was an amazing top hat that our enrichment group made for him to wear for New Year's Eve while they were doing some national and worldwide press for the big cats. So it'd be a really cool piece of big cat rescue history to own. So if you're interested, you can go to bigcatrescue.org/auction and find our eBay link and head on over there and check it out. Thank you, Noor, for sponsoring Hutch for his birthday. I'm really excited. I check the back end of our online store and get to see everything that's being purchased, and I get so excited when I see the sponsor kits, but especially when it's on their birthdays, because you can renew them each year. And when you sponsor a cat, you're helping with their ongoing medical care and their food and things like that. So it's just a really nice security blanket for the cats. And you can renew it every year. So if you sponsor the cats on their birthday, you'll always remember the next year when their birthday pops up to renew it. Or, again, just sponsoring them in January. So then you know in January you gotta do some more. So you're so silly. Barbara, will a bobcat attack? Well, it's very likely that they can. They definitely are capable of it. If you happen to be lucky enough to see one in the wild, though, generally, if they're charging at you and attacking you, something's probably wrong, or you're probably threatening them in some way. They don't just attack people, so there would be a lot of factors. That's a very cute, chewy face. So bobcats definitely can attack people, but it's pretty unlikely when they're in the wild. Now, trapping them in a cage or having them as a pet would be ridiculous, and for sure they're going to hurt you. I would imagine so. But this is Hutch. Hutch is an African serval. Hutchies! He's just like, yeah, that breakfast wasn't good enough, lady. Yeah, and so many of our big cats get the sponsors because, again, we see them all the time, and who isn't just, awed by the idea of sponsoring a tiger, or a lion, or a leopard. But can't forget the small guys, and especially the small, shy guys. So I am definitely going to do a lot better at trying to show you guys some of the cats that had below 15 sponsors last year, while obviously still keeping up with all of our other cats. So he's just showing you that he's got a bunch of different bubbles. Thank you, Kelly, for the donation. Hutch, you got birthday donation. That's very nice. So he's got a bunch of different bubbles that are all connected by these tunnels and doorways, so he can come and go as he pleases. And he actually does have a home tour that you can find at dailybigcat.com. He was a very gracious host that day. He sees Nala. So the other thing I'm going to start doing is I tend to post on my public Facebook page, and then it gets shared into our amazing Big Cat Rescue Facebook group. It's a private group that you can join, and it's full of just amazing people in our big cat community. And so I will start featuring photos of the cats that also had the least amount of sponsors. Chris Ariel was one of the cats that had the least amount of sponsors last year. Hutch, unfortunately, was definitely number one on the list for having the least, which breaks my heart, buddy, because you were the best boy. You really are the best boy. Nancy, where's your sign? Is it here with Hutch? I feel like I've seen it over here. Karen, you can sponsor a cat on our website, bigcatrescue.biz. And then right on the home page, there's a spot for sponsor kits, and it's kind of self-explanatory from there. You can choose species and then individual cat. So another goal that kind of ties into all of this is, you know, I post a ton of my photos on our Instagram, and I really lacked in taking new photos last year. My first few years out here, I just had an insane amount of photographs, and I've just gotten so busy with my role in general here as a staff member and then still being a volunteer as well. I just haven't been taking the time to just get out and walk around, you know, and take pictures. So I am vowing to at least once a month get out and just spend a couple hours walking around trying to take as many photos of the cats as possible, especially the shy ones. That way we can get them back out there in the spotlight on Facebook and Instagram. The birthday boy is just gonna keep chewing grass. So it starts, thank you, Dawn, very much for the donation. So our sponsor kits weigh up to $5,000. Each kit has different things that go with it. So you just have to kind of pop over there and at least check it out. Even if you can't do it today, it can be something that you make a goal for the future. Here we go, Nancy. I thought I saw your sign since you asked, and I knew exactly where it was. This is near impossible. Thank you very much, Nancy. Please don't flood me with requests to see your signs and lives, though, because there are so many signs everywhere. I just happen to be like, oh yeah, I actually just parked my car right next to that sign. But I want to pop over because I was also really shocked to see that Max and Marianne did not have a lot of sponsors last year either. I think, you know, when we bring in new cats, new rescues, you know, everyone is quick to immediately sponsor them when they first arrive, but then they might not renew it, or they, you know, the new rescues take a little precedence over the existing cats. So that's most likely what happened for 2020, is because at the very end of 2019, we had a ton of cats come in. Our California rescue of Tom Tom, Filmo, Shiloh, and Mouser. The Guatemala boys arrived. And then, of course, when we announced Aria, Aria, very much well-deserving, but Aria had the most sponsors last year for sure, which is amazing, and thank you guys for that. That girl certainly deserves all the attention in the world. Well, where's their Bobcat? And I definitely don't want anyone to feel bad if they can't sponsor a cat. We aren't trying to make anybody feel, you know, sad about that. We are just trying to raise awareness. It is a new year. But there are tons of ways that you guys can help the cats, even without being able to pay money, like a sponsorship or donations or things like that. Well, they must know it's gonna rain because they are like super out of sight. So free ways that you guys can help the cats is just joining our live videos and then sharing them. They are like legit nowhere to be found. I walked into a totally empty zone. Anytime you share our Facebook posts, our Instagram, or like or comment on any of the posts or any of the videos or any of the lives, if you go over to our YouTube channels, now Nala's gone too. Where is everybody at? Hutch is like, I'm right here. Oh, there she is. Oh, that's a good spot to be, babe. There's Nala, all ready for it to rain. Stop with Nala for a minute. Nala had some, she was on the lesser sponsorship list as well. Look how pretty she is. Nala is another African Serval. She's neighbors with Hutch. Hutch fancies her quite a bit. Yeah. So yeah, if you share any of our videos, any of our photos, join our Facebook group, help raise awareness for the bill. Yeah, the Big Cat Public Safety Act, which I believe is being reintroduced very soon. I'm sure we'll have a ton of details for you guys on that. Another way you guys can help the cats totally for free is using Amazon Smile. So if you regularly shop on Amazon, I think she's hissing more at the straw in her den than at me, which is kind of funny. So you can go to, you can shop smile.amazon.com instead of amazon.com. It's the exact same thing, but it allows you to choose a charity of your choice. And you can choose Big Cat Rescue if you're in the US. That has added up to over $200,000 just totally free from you guys because Amazon will take 0.5% of your purchase and donate it to the cats. Oh, that's nice, Kathy. And one of your sponsor ladies is watching. Isn't she so pretty? I know. I told you you were pretty, and that's what I get in response. Well, thank you to everyone who uses Amazon Smile and everyone who does share our live feeds and all of our photos and videos. If you like watching the unscripted kind of live videos, that's over at dailybigcat.com. And if you enjoy more of like the produced and like the fun videos that are educational and all about our enrichment and just how the sanctuary runs, you can find all of those videos at bigcattv.com. And those are the short links to our two main YouTube pages. Pretty much anything you guys do to help spread awareness is greatly appreciated by us, so thank you guys for that. If you just joined in, we really have only seen, we saw Shiloh, we kind of saw Nabisco for a minute, a little bit of Gilligan again. Mainly just wanted to get down here to Hutch before it started raining. And this is Nala. Christy, thank you very much for buying the calendar. You guys can also find that at bigcatrescue.biz. We only have a bit left. We only are doing one order, so if you haven't grabbed your calendar, you can order one today. But I totally agree, Christy. Jamie brought the calendar in and had me look over it and proof it and, you know, any kind of suggestions or whatever. And I looked at her because it was a totally new format. It's a new size. It's really creative and pretty and lots of colors. And this year it just featured photos from Jamie and myself. And which I was really excited that she actually put my name on the back of it. But I did look right at her and I said, you know, this calendar is pretty amazing, but you did not put smalls in this. I'm like, if the calendar wasn't so amazing and you hadn't put Jinx on the back of the calendar, I probably would have insisted that she get put in there. But well, thank you all very much for the feedback about the calendar. That's always a really exciting thing that we put out every year. Carrie-Ann, I can try to go over to Sue and Lakota. I actually have shown each of them on my last 2 lives just separately. There's still 2 that just don't tolerate my presence all that much, which I get. Total respect for them. I do have a silly update about me as an operant cat because just absolutely nobody was having luck with him at the time, and I thought maybe I could put the time and effort into it, and he just has ignored me every single time I've ever tried. And he's a meds cat, so I have to give him a med every Monday evening, and he usually just hides from me. Oh, look at Sheena up on her platform. He usually just hides, or he stares at me and growls and ignores, and there were several weeks in a row where he wouldn't even take it. And finally, I don't even know how we turned a corner, but the last 2 Mondays, as soon as he sees me and I start walking over to him, he just comes right down out of the tree and marches right over to me and just takes it. So I absolutely love that. This is Sheena. You guys actually don't get to see Sheena all that often. Let me see if she'll let me get a little closer. Hi, babe. You stay up there. She. How'd you get all the way up there? I won't get any closer. I just didn't want all that wire. This is Sheena, another African serval. I figure we should celebrate the servals for Hutch's birthday. Sheena was another serval that was privately owned. She was extremely overweight when she arrived here. She looks like a loaf right now, but she's actually thinned out quite a bit. She. Very hissy lady, of course. I don't think you hiss at me as much as Nala does, though. That's kind of the fun thing about the servals, though, is they all kind of react to each of us differently. Diana, I think she might stay. This will be a first. The week of panicure is always interesting because since the cats get smaller diets with their medication for 3 days in a row, some of them that have never given you the time of day all of a sudden care because you might have food. Hey, pretty. You have a little mat on your cheek. Yes, absolutely. Sheena can definitely be sponsored. Again, you guys can sponsor the cats at bigcatrescue.biz. I agree. Let me scroll back. Who said that about smalls? Yeah, Joyce, I agree. She didn't get put in the calendar, but she got an amazing playground in 2020 thanks to all of you guys when you guys donated for my birthday fundraiser. She was also featured in the last Big Cat Times because of her playground. So thank you guys very much for all of you that helped make Small's wildest dreams come true. Where are you going? She's looking for an escape plan. I certainly don't want her to jump down in the wrong way, so we're gonna we're gonna walk this way. She is too old and still does not in the greatest tip-top shape to be leaping off of a platform. Here's Miss Kricket. Hi, Cricks. Hi, sweet lady. Can I come on this side of you? Hi. Hi, Kricket. Meow. 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 Hi, sweet girl. Meow. Sniffing in case I have treats. I don't have treats. You can see her sweet little curly tail. Kricket, you guys know, was also privately owned, and her previous owners were vegan and thought that she should be too. So she ate a lot of broccoli and vegetables instead of raw meat and all the things that a growing wildcat should have. So she has a lot of bone deformities. Curly tail, curved legs, curved back. Her x-rays actually showed that she's had previous broken bones as well. Look at that curly tail. Her raccoon tail. It's her raccoon tail. Hi, hon. Yeah, cats are pure carnivores, so they shouldn't have a lot of fillers or things that are not meat in their diet. And what they really need when they're babies is mama's milk. It can never be duplicated by people trying to bottle feed or raise these cats in their homes. So it's unfortunate. She sure is special though. These guys belong in Africa. They're very fierce, talented hunters. I'm gonna have a post on Instagram a little later today talking all about African servals in the wild and their eating habits. Pretty lady. She does have long legs. She should actually have longer legs than what you see if she'd had better nutrition. If you look at a cat like Zucari or even Des only has 3 legs from whatever nightmare life he had prior to getting here, but they have extremely long legs. Makes it capable, they can jump 10 feet in the air and catch birds out of the sky. They're super, super fierce. They have to be to live in Africa and live alongside some of the world's biggest predators. Let's see if Ginger Cat's home. Ginger's another one that doesn't always tolerate me unless I've got food. Hi, Hutchkins. We're just saying hi to all your birthday neighbors. I'm sure they're all gonna have a meowing serval party later. Oh, there she goes. Gigi. Ow. I hear you. Ginger Cat. Hi. She is pawing at something on the outside. Put that foot back in there. What she is doing, but Kricket's quite interested. What are you doing? You can see how sleek I've always said that Ginger, I've never gotten to see a Serval in the wild, but Ginger to me looks like a perfect Serval. She's lanky, sleek. Some of our Servals have like fluffier cheeks and fluffier. She's like, okay, bye. Very athletic. All right, well, I think I see the last cat that we're gonna say hi to. We'll see our last Serval, that is the last closest of Hutch's neighbors. I just gotta walk all the way around. So Fred's starting to clean. We clean every single day after feeding, and the keepers refill all of the water bowls, scrub all of the feeding plates, look for feces and old enrichment, check the integrity of the cages. Hi, handsome. Oh my goodness, that was a big one. Hi. Hi. You sniffing me? I know, I don't have food. I don't have any food, I'm sorry. Look at that cute smiley face. Look at that cute smiley face. So this is Zucari. Zucari wasn't necessarily privately owned per se. He was owned by a lady that was breeding cats for the illegal pet trade. To me, he always looks like he's smiling. Zucari was declawed, most likely so that he could live in this lady's house. But it made him aggressive in other ways. Same thing with Cyrus and Chaos, who lived with him, two caracals. They were being used to breed cats for the pet trade, probably hybrids as well. And so they all had to really fight and compete for space and food, so they can be pretty aggressive with each other. And I don't know if I'll be able to do a live tomorrow. I'll just throw this out there. We have a vet appointment for Pocus, which is a rehab squirrel that I've been caring for the last 3 months. And she's gonna get re-examined with her teeth and probably have to get them trimmed again. Hopefully it's as simple as that. But hopefully that will go well, and I might be able to squeeze in a live either before the appointment or long after the staff meeting. I may actually even miss the staff meeting because of it. Just depends on how long it takes. Cats are cats are cats, so you have to realize that they eat, and that is their most exciting part of the day, and then they do a lot of grooming. And the wild cats spend a lot of time grooming so that other predators and other animals can't detect and smell food after they've eaten. And so here it's just something they do, and then they'll sleep for like 20 hours. So we're heading into the sleepy time. But thank you to everybody who joined us for our little powwow with Hutch on his birthday. And thank you again to everybody who's sponsoring the cats, or at least helping promote sponsorships of the cats so that we can get more and more sponsors. Let's end 2021 with all the cats having an equal and amazing number of sponsors this year. And I really appreciate all of you guys that helped in the comments. And Zoo wishes you all a great day. And I will see you guys again soon. Take care, everybody.